Hello Aries, how are you? It is me, Lauren B. Welcome to the Untitled Tarot. So, your read's a little bit different this week. I'm in the midst of a rebirth. So every time that happens, which is often for me, my energy changes, the way I do my reads, the formats, it all changes. I'm ever evolving, as we all are. My throat chakra has been popping off since I decided to do you next. So there might be a problem you have expressing yourself right now. We are going to use the light Seers tarot. I pulled a couple cards for you just to kind of see where you're at. And then we're probably going to pull some live in action for you, which normally we don't do. But again, adaptable. We're adaptable over here. I think Virgo season is hitting you a little hard. It's hitting you where it hurts a little bit, Aries. It's a very grounding energy. It's a very reality. I keep getting reality check kind of energy. Spirits cashing checks and kicking asses a little bit, which they do sometimes to kind of get us a little bit on our path. I'm getting a little bit of vertigo all of a sudden. Maybe you guys are getting like spells of vertigo or like wooziness or something. If that's happening to you, you might be going through an activation as part of your ascension, kind of integrating new energies in, which can sometimes make you feel a little like, woo. So if that's happening to you out of nowhere, that could be what's happening to you. You could be integrating new energies as part of an activation, an acceleration in your ascension. So it's okay. You'll end up grounding it with this Virgo energy and you'll feel a lot better soon. So the first card that we have out for you is the Knight of Wands. It's the Knight of Wands. So always remember, energies could be vice versa or flipped. Don't try and make the story fit. If it's for you, you'll know it's for you. Spirit will confirm to you that it's for you. I'm feeling very drawn to mention that. Spirit will confirm to you that this is your reading if it is in fact yours. But the Knight of Wands. So this could be one of two things. One, you could be having a hard time coming forward with Aries. Aries, you got to start speaking, babe. You got to start speaking for me. For my sake, please. You could be having trouble coming forward with like very heartfelt and like passionate messages, like your truth about what you really want to do with your life, with your heart moving forward. Knight in reverse, a Knight of Wands in reverse, Knight in reverse, that would make the day. It's a bit of a playa card a little bit too. So you could be in an energy that is, you're playing the field a little bit sort of thing. You could be dealing with somebody that's playing the field a little bit. With this big wand, I see your finger here and it almost looks like your finger has become part of the wand. Almost, I'm getting like Zippo lighter, you have a Zippo lighter maybe, but it's like magic, almost like a cartoon, like Bugs Bunny, when he like needs a lighter, and so you just like, or like The Mask, Jim Carrey, something like that, The Mask, maybe you're wearing a mask, but it's like your finger, your pointer finger, and it like lights up like a lighter, and you like, you go like that. I had a dream last night that somebody was smoking a cigarette, and they tried to hand it off to me, and I like held it, and I was like, no, take this back, like I don't smoke cigarettes, and they were like, no, you take it, and I like put it on a windowsill kind of thing. It was weird. So there could be maybe you're getting stressed out and you're smoking. Are you smoking cigarettes? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe there's someone around you that you're dealing with and they smoke cigarettes kind of thing. I don't know, unless they're a magician. There's something with that. But you could be in an energy, or somebody that you're dealing with could be in an energy that they're a little bit of a playa. And I'm also very drawn to like this drum between her legs. Like somebody perhaps is acting more with a lower compass. What's between their legs, whatever they be, shadow aspects, ego, bits and pieces, as opposed to your third eye, your higher self, your higher compass, right? Instead of looking to the North Star, it's pointing a little south right now. That could be a thing. Getting hot. Are you guys getting hot flashes too? Maybe it's part of my integration, honestly, possibly. I feel like I'm taking on a lot of your energy right now, but there's something going on with that. But in the process of doing that, I'm also very drawn to the fact that there's all these little bits. It's like little pieces of your energy. It's like they're being drawn out of you. It's like your life force is kind of being drained a little bit. Maybe playing the field, like dating around, doing that stuff. Maybe it's just taking a lot more out of you than you thought that it would, and maybe it's satiating some of those lower aspects of yourself, but it's what it's taking from your crown, what it's taking from your connection to source, your higher self, is much bigger than what it's actually giving you, right? And it's like pointer finger. It's like the point. It's like you're missing the point of the whole thing. Perhaps you really wanted some kind of like divine union, a higher ascension of love, you know, a higher love, like a Steve Winwood song. So you were like, okay, I'm going to get out there. I'm going to play the field. I'm going to date around. I'm going to do that. But in the process of doing that, you kind of lost sight. You lost sight of what you actually were looking for, because you just kind of got caught up in the game. Maybe it's like that Bugs Bunny, like that childish energy. Maybe the people you're dealing with are a little bit childish for you. Because next up you have Temperance. It's trying to balance yourself. And I see with these angel wings behind you and this light above your head, I feel like it's like your guardian angels. It's like the archangels. It's like your ancestors, your spiritual support team, kind of right behind you. I almost see them trying to like close you in a little bit on it, trying to get you to release some of this control right here. And seeing it's like the point, it's like a little bullseye right here. And on the card, it's on his right arm. So that's your masculine energy side, like the way that which you're trying to control things, control factors that you don't know, trying to control the outcomes of things, right? And really hold on to a more positive energy, a more hopeful energy that I'm also gonna like star Aquarius energy, like dreams do come true, that like there is better for you. There is like what you're seeking is also seeking you sort of energy. And they're really trying to come in to help you balance like an overactive, and it could be again with this Knight of Wands in reverse, this overactive like masculine energy kind of coming out, like just trying to like flex and like have a good time and do all that stuff, male or female. They're trying to come in and soothe that for you. Now, you have out the Three of Cups, you have out the Three of Swords, and then you have out the Chariot in reverse. So I'm just gonna put it out there, because normally I don't do like interpersonal relationship readings like this. It's all like spiritual development, but this is really what they're giving me this time. There's 2 threes here. And then when you look at the numerology of how suits work, the Knight would be a 12, right? Ace to the 10, a page would be 11, a Knight would be 12. 12 breaks down with 3. So 3, 3, 3. So again, this is part of your body, mind, and soul alignment. Also, this could be like a third party situation kind of thing, but neither of them are there. Okay. So this could be a situation where in the past you had a choice. I'm almost getting like timelines with these two. Like one was more of a sun energy and one was more of a moon energy, some kind of choice. And it feels perhaps like neither of those choices perhaps panned out for you, and so you felt like you lacked any options, and so then you kind of, and this could play out in work or a lot of other things, so you kind of put your resume out there, you started dating, you started doing all this stuff, looking for other options, right? And in doing so, it fed like perhaps a shadow, ego, masculine energy aspect of yourself, but in the process of that, it also was draining a lot of your life force, kind of like taking the love out of it, right? And that perhaps put you in a bit of a Three of Swords energy, reminiscing about Three of Swords, heartbreaks, disappointments, things that didn't work out for you in the past, while meanwhile perpetuating the same thing moving forward, because what you really seek, it feels like, is something, again, major arcana with the Temperance, something that is balanced, something that is divine, something that is major, So your guides and your angels are really trying to come in to really soothe that for you, so you can actually have a Three of Cups situation, celebration, community, all of that stuff. There is more to these 2 cards though. In the process of this, as I think it is draining a little bit of your life force, perhaps with Virgo season, you need to go into a little bit of a hermit mode. These people have their backs turned. So I think perhaps you're having an internal struggle that perhaps you're not expressing to other people, and you're kind of watching them like having a good time, right? This is a social celebratory party kind of energy. So you could be trying to placate or self-soothe yourself by partying, by going out, kind of getting lost in the sauce, all wrapped up. But this could be an energy that as you're doing that, you're actually having some internal struggles, and you feel like your community, your friends, your family, they're so busy having a good time, working, hanging out, having drinks, doing whatever, that it feels like they have their backs turned to you a little bit. Not that they don't care, but they're just so busy doing their own thing that they can't see as well. It's like a community of people with no sight. And I was looking for my glasses before. Interesting. That they're so busy having fun that they can't even see, like recognize with with their empathy, how much of a struggle, how much heartbreak you're really going through. And so then with this Chariot in reverse, it's telling me that, again, it's almost feeling like you're back at square one with no options, no get out of jail free cards, like no getaway plan. There's something to that, though, that relationships, jobs, like all these things, like they cannot be a band-aid for the things that we're dealing with internally, right? It's like, if you have a broken heart, the thing that's not gonna fix it is a new partner. You have to go into that hermit mode a little bit, pick up your lantern, shine light onto yourself, pour love into yourself, and kind of, because it almost looks like a little sewing, right? It's like kind of, I did say I was gonna sew that for him. Anyway, that just reminds me, I said I was gonna sew a stuffed animal for my nephew. That you have to kind of go back in and do this inner work, do this inner healing, right? It is red. Technically, your heart chakra is green, while the red, that's again, all of these lower chakras, fear, abandonment, rejection, disappointment, all of this stuff. Go in and kind of heal that for yourself, so that way anyone else or anything else, a new job opportunity, a new person, whatever door opens for you, it is a compliment. It is a cherry on top, and not the whole sundae. You are the sundae. What day is it? Oh, maybe something's gonna happen for you on Sunday. Maybe something's gonna happen for you on Sunday, Aries. But your angels, everyone is coming in to help kind of soothe this for you, kind of relax this masculine energy, like, they're there, kitty. It's okay. At the bottom of the deck, you do have the 5 of Wands, too. More Wands energy. So, you know, it is like a sense of competition, social competition, like trying to climb your way a little bit to the top, like trying to find the right swipe. It's a little bit of that, right? It's like, that one doesn't fit. That one doesn't fit. That one doesn't fit. It's like trying to find, it's like Goldilocks into 3 Bears, trying to find the right porridge, the thing that's just right, You do have the Hangman in reverse in that. Really kind of, I think, understanding what you actually do want, and that where you're looking or the way you're going about finding it isn't really working for you, knowing that now, and realizing that you're going to have to take a different approach in that as moving forward if you really want to see the results that you're looking for. Because like I said, what you are seeking is seeking you too as well. Okay, you don't have to yell at me. Strength in reverse, right? Not really feeling a little bit of that wooziness, a little bit overwhelmed, not really feeling like you have it in you for another go around, fearing perhaps that to go back around, you might end up in a karmic cycle. You might end up in just like another karmic cycle, another unfulfilling relationship, another 3-party situation, another one, feeling like you're on the DJ Khaled, 12-step program to love, and you're not having any part of it. But again, what we have to remember is that everything in all relationships and everyone are karmic. Karmic is not necessarily bad. Karma is not always bad. There's good and there's bad karma. Karma is just temperance. It is a balancing energy. As within, so without. We reflect back and forth to each other. And it's also about having enough trust in yourself that you are disciplined enough, you're determined enough, your compass is pointing up, right? Oh, that just flew out. Your compass is pointing up to your true north, right? That you can make healthy decisions, that you can see a person, a situation, a person, place, or thing, and be like, you know what? I can see a couple steps down the line, like that's not really gonna be the right thing for me, so I'm just not gonna, again, let my energy, my life force be drained out of me, just so that way I can let myself be disappointed, so I can reaffirm that shitty little thought in the back of my head that tells me that I don't deserve good things. Like, why don't we nip that off at the bud? It's Virgo season, it's harvest season, let's just nip it off at the bud, right? Quality check, quality control. No, it's bad harvest, throw it out. I'll plant new seeds. You can always plant new seeds, Aries. Look, and then you have the 5 of Swords in reverse. So it's like not wanting to feel, and you know what too, now that I'm looking at this 3 of Swords, I'm looking at all these little birds in the trees. Again, it's like people not really acknowledging what you're going through, or maybe how much whatever last season of stretching and stripping that you've been through has really done to you, not realizing, because again, it's like this audience kind of energy. So it's like there are people that are so busy, they're not even noticing. And then there are people that are noticing, but they're not doing anything, and they're not saying anything to you. They're not like offering you that emotional support that you need. With this 5 of Swords in reverse, it's like not wanting to be in your head about it anymore, not wanting to overly stress about it. anymore. Not wanting, I don't want to do this anymore is what I'm hearing. I don't want to do this anymore. This isn't right for me. This isn't right for me. I want something more. I want something more. Okay, well, let's go get you some then. Let's do some healing. Let your angels come in. You know what angel I love for this? And you know, I'm wearing this little pinky shirt. Archangel Muriel. She operates under Archangel Gabriel. She works with bringing more peace and balance and compassion into our loving and interpersonal relationships. Because again, as within, so without. So if you're feeling like there's a lack of compassion or empathy that you're experiencing from people around you, one, you just might need to upgrade some of your friends. But two, it's also saying that perhaps there is a level of self-acknowledgement and self-compassion that you aren't having for yourself, just trying to be like, oh, it is what it is, it happened, I got my heart broken, who cares, like, I'll just move on, like, I made a mistake, like, I missed out, like, whatever, I'll just move on. And not having enough compassion for yourself to go in and be like, self-soothe in a healthy way, like, Aries, it's okay, like, Aries, we make mistakes, like, Aries, it's okay, like, I love you, Aries, like, I love you, Aries, like, we're gonna be all right, like, giving yourself that pep talk too. Okay, that's this. Okay. Oh, there's a couple flew out. Oh, there's like a little there's a little chunk that flew out. This flew out too, the Four of Swords in reverse. Wanting to come out of hibernation. Wanting to come out of hibernation. Which is funny because it feels like you are out of hibernation. It's like you're out and about, Aries. You're doing your thing, right? But I think it's even though it's swords energy, it's you know, it's almost like there's again this little heart, but it's whole. It's wanting to come out of an emotional hibernation. Not being able to feel like you can express like the fullness of yourself, like the fullness of what you want. Maybe you really want something serious and you're dealing with like Bugs Bunny, like childish people. And so you know that it's like you have to keep like this part of your heart kind of to yourself because it won't be handled with care. It won't be handled with care. Yeah, bringing in this feminine energy. So you have the Ace of Swords, the actualization of this, kind of going through those mental records, going through our own personal history, kind of realizing like, oh, in a lot of ways, like, yes, I have to take accountability for my own actions. Like, yes, sometimes I saw red flags and I tried to turn them into green flags, right? I saw a yellow flag and, you know, yellow always turns to red on the stop sign, on the stoplight. It doesn't go from yellow to green. So, you know, in a lot of ways, like I did a disservice to myself. Perhaps I disserviced others in some ways. But really realizing that it's a new logical beginning, knowing if I want different, I have to do something different. I have to move a little bit differently. And that's by coming into your Queen of Cups energy, right? Being emotionally nurturing to yourself, most importantly, making sure that your cup, your Ace of Cups, your cup of love is not only full, but it's clean. It's a clean cup. It's not full of dirt and residue from old relationships, from old heartbreaks, from old disappointments, that it's you shined it up, you cleaned it up, you self-nurtured, you filled it up to the point where now it can runneth over and you can give it to someone else as a cherry on top, as a compliment, not a completion, right? And also with these hands, it's like bringing in this temperance energy, like accepting, not trying to do it all on your own. Maybe if you're not seeing that support, that emotional support in your 3D physical life, but in the 5D, in the 4D, in whatever Ds you want to go up, you have it spiritually. You have ancestors. You have guardian angels. You have God. You have all of this spiritual support that can do and move mountains in ways that we in the flesh can oftentimes not do for ourselves. So it's like giving that up. Again, choosing to hold on to the sun. Maybe you're coming back to Jesus, whatever that may be for you. But it's really like giving yourself up to a higher power a little bit and allowing that transmutation, giving up your worries, your anxieties, your heartbreak, up to them a little bit and saying, I don't know what to do. Please come and help me. Please help me move these mountains that I cannot move inside of myself, right? Because then you have the Ace of Wands in reverse and it's saying, I don't know how to have a passionate beginning. Like I'm having a hard time turning this light bulb on for myself. It's that recharging energy. It's that recharging energy. I'm feeling a lot of tension right here too. It's like third eye expansion, expanding your sight, right? And it's right here on here too, right by our third eye. Expanding that sight, allowing it to go up and connect with all this purple to your crown, right? Because that is really where we're celebrating the most. It reminds me a little bit of the Aquarius energy, whereas there is so much wealth in being spiritual, in connecting to your guides. You can see so much more wealth and abundance in what other people in the real world might see as you having so little, right? Maybe you don't have a lot of stuff. Maybe your job doesn't pay well. Maybe you don't have a man. Maybe you don't have a girl. Maybe you don't have a lot of friends, but spiritually, you are wealthy. You can be wealthy. And that will give you the spark of life that you want, and put that fire, right? Not in between your legs, but put it in your mind and let it filter down into your heart where it belongs. Okay. All right. We're going to take one of these as like a focusing advice. This is the Starseed Oracle. My guides keep me on my toes today too, with all these weekly reads. All right, let's get an advice, focusing energy kind of card here for Aries, please. I got a couple. Surrender. Fall into my arms, holding the opposites, extremes of life. This is all about surrendering to your guides, to your spirit team, letting them hold you. This is a woman holding up this kind of broken man here, letting your spirits come in, transmute these energies, fill you with life, moving through the cycles, different angels, different guides for different seasons and different reasons. Start bathing, light body, crystal grid, transmission, activation. Activation is part of the surrender. I told you, you guys are spiritually leveling up. Star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom. Look a little deeper. Look a little deeper. You might actually want to look into your lineage a little more. Actually, I'm getting a little like ancestry.com kind of thing. It might go back farther than you're thinking. You might find something interesting out about yourself if you look back farther than the naked eye. Okay, that's for somebody. But yeah, focusing energies. Allow this activation to occur. Surrender to the process. If you're feeling heartbroken, own that feeling, sit in that feeling, allow it to be healed. Give it up to your angels, allow them to help you transmute it. It doesn't always happen in a day. Sometimes it takes a little longer than that, but that's okay. Know that you do have ancestors. You do have a spiritual support team. You are going to get through this. What you are seeking is seeking you too, Aries, but you got to get yourself a little aligned. Maybe go on a cleanse, I'm hearing. Maybe go on a cleanse. Maybe you need to go and take on some of this Virgo energy, hermit yourself a little bit, maybe have a dry weekend. We just had Labor Day in the continental United States, so maybe you want to go on a little bit of a fast or a cleanse or something like that. That might help you out, but you're going to be just fine. I promise, you're going to be just fine, Aries. It's way better than you think. It's all going in the right direction. Pressure creates diamonds. Like a ring, like a diamond ring. So allow that process to happen for yourself. You do deserve it. So I love you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed this reading. All of my information is in the description box. All the decks that I use, my Instagram, my Twitter, my email for personals, or just for letters. I like to get letters. All that stuff's in there. Please let me know how you're feeling. Let me know what you're going through down below. I love to hear from you guys, and I will see you very soon, okay? Okay, goodbye.